if you made your own version of it, what would you combine? And maybe what other animals you might throw in there?
That's a good question. Maybe a pterodactyl and a raptor with some like falcon and tiger thrown in there for good measure. Just make like the deadliest thing of all time. So we want to start?
Start.
I think
Thank you.
Yes.
What were your favorite scenes to film in Jurassic World versus the ones, like, because it's so effects heavy, versus the ones that were like your favorite to see finished or more surprising?
I think my favorite scene to film, or my favorite scenes to film, just on like a practical side, was the moment when we opened the doors to the old visitor center. Just because that was so cool to see what they were able to think up. These very like all the set decoration was like so specific, and it's cool to see 22 years later what kind of damage had ensued in this place. And then also the scene where Gray and I are in the back of the veterinary unit. We have to fight off the raptors. That was really fun to shoot, just because you felt like an action hero. The whole thing was shaking, and you had to like roll a barrel off and zap them. So.
The movie's 22 years old and you're only 20. When did you first encounter it? What was your reaction to the original?
I don't know if I remember the exact first time that I encountered it, but pretty young. I'd probably say I remember like at least by like 7 or 8 having seen it a few times, and it's a great film. Like all of like Spielberg stuff, Hammer films, it's just got real just timeless qualities. You know, as soon as you're getting into it, that you're going to see something good. And you know, John Williams knows how to throw some notes together. And, it's a great movie-going experience. So.
If there,
You can go. You're fine.
If and when there is another one with a successful, how do you see your character somehow possibly fitting into it?
Maybe Zach goes in to train under Owen to be a Navy SEAL, and then you know, he gets trapped in a love triangle between someone and someone. So we'll see what happens. Just an idea. Well, yeah, this is brainstorming.
Now you guys do all your own stunts and stuff like that, correct? For the most part?
I wish I could say that was true, but this we did for the most part. It was mostly the stunt doubles. They were, we were on I guess a kind of a tight schedule. We had a lot to get in, and they didn't want to mess that up anyway. One of us got injured, so.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, insurance.
So I knew you were on like a television sitcom series. So how is it, going into a comedy and being on a sitcom to then working on like this huge action adventure film?
It's couldn't really get any different, I don't think. Okay. But it was like, it was. I come from kind of an indie background, I guess. I had done an indie film before, and was in the sitcom, like you said, and so it was a learning experience, and it was something. But luckily, I had a lot of really great people around to kind of show me the ropes and fill me in on like what we were doing and why we were doing it, and it turned out to be a really positive experience. I just kind of went into it with the mindset that it was going to be an adventure regardless, and we're just going to see what happens.
Hey Nick, pleasure to meet you. Patrick, Michael Strange with New Release Wednesday. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
As a father of a 7-year-old little girl, I've seen Frenemies quite a bit.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Jurassic World yet. Dying to see it. But can you talk about a little bit of transitioning from the Disney teen experience to now doing kind of action-y type films that is stark difference from teeny bopper stuff to now Jurassic World?
Yeah, it's been, the transition was one that was fairly gradual. Luckily, to go from that, it wasn't like I jumped directly into something of this size, this caliber. It was more slightly gradual. It wasn't completely, smooth. There were pretty big leaps, but I had a lot of time to kind of just, reassess and make sure everything was all good. And it was, it's been a crazy change, but I think a welcome one ultimately. And so, yeah. I don't know if that answered your question.
A little bit more fun on the action stuff than some of the kids stuff?
Just
you can
a little
play
bit.
around a little bit?
Just a little bit.
Did you get to spend a lot of time with Ty Simpkins between, like, you know, when you guys got cast, did you get to bond?
Yes, we did. I think it was by design. When we first got to from the first day we got to set to when the first day that we actually shot, it was like about a month. And so Ty and I got to just hang out just without any pressures of the camera rolling. We just got to know each other, so that helped a lot.
I have a question. So, working with Chris Pratt, was there a lot of jokes being pulled or anything like that? Like
Yes.
Pranks
Yes.
working with him?
That man is like, he's a machine. He's got like an improv brain like nobody I've ever met before. It's just, you never know what's going to happen, and every day is just really fun because he makes it that way. And it's like he kind of leads by example, and so it was, pretty fun.
You have an appropriate example you can share?
An appropriate example, I mean, he ate a bug one time for 20 bucks. He ate a bug, yeah.
It was 20 bucks.
It was 20 bucks? Not mine.
So, this has started, you know, Jurassic World has started a rise for you. And how has it prepared you for, you've got the fifth, you know, movie that's going to be possibly just as big or huge. And you're going to probably blow up. How are you preparing yourself for, you know, not just like simple sit down, like things like this, but it's going to be throngs of people. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
No pressure.
How are you preparing yourself? Because that's not preparing yourself as an actor. That's a whole new type of preparation. So how are you getting yourself into the head of that big change that's probably going to come?
I don't know. I don't think I want to get myself into that head quite yet. I'd like to stay in this head for now and hopefully stick with this one. I don't know.
And see what happens when it just.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, you put good in, get good out kind of deal. And I have my family and friends, and they're all just real down to earth and good, and so that keeps it grounded for sure. And it's you know, it's exciting. I guess I signed up for it, so we'll see what happens.
Out of curiosity, how long would it take to film something? How long did it take to film the whole Jurassic World process? Like, how long would you say from onset to like the start? Like when the start to the end, how long would you say? Like many months, many year or months, or
many moons? It was like probably almost 5 months.
Wow.
Almost from April to
That is
the beginning of August.
Wow.
It was four and a half maybe. Very long. It was one of those things where like I kept like it felt like eternity.
Yeah,
when it's over.
That is kind of eternity in movie time. That's a long shoot.
It was serious.
Being at we're at Comic-Con and you were just out on the floor amongst the super fans of everything, is there anything that you get super excited about, like movies, comics?
Kind of. I mean, I was just at dinner last night with a friend of mine who's like super into. His big thing is actually Superman. So he's actually not looking forward to Batman versus Superman, but I'm gonna explore some of the booths once I finish today, and I'll see what strikes my eye.
Hi Nick, so you've been cast in the upcoming young adult novel, The Fifth Wave, and can you tell us a little bit about your preparation for that and your character in The Fifth Wave?
I'm really excited about it. It's a great film. It's a young adult book series by Rick Yancey, and my preparation was, we kind of did like an accelerated boot camp actually, because it does take place inside of an Army squad, I read the book and got to sit down with our director Jay and talk some things over, and it was a really good experience, and it was something that I'd never actually done before. My character is his name is Ben Parrish, aka Zombie, and he is part of a squad. He leads a squad of child soldiers, and it's during an alien invasion, so it's like a crazy apocalypse story.
Awesome. Outside of The Fifth Wave and Jurassic World, these big movies that are going to be mega blockbusters, as an actor myself, I have a lot of fun doing some of these indie movies where we can actually speak on subjects that are near and dear to our heart. Do you have any other upcoming projects outside of these kind of mega blockbusters that you want to talk on?
There's a few projects that I'm pursuing right now, and hopefully something a little bit on a smaller scale. And I was just in Toronto promoting a film I did called Being Charlie, which was definitely on the smaller side of things. We did it in 17 days.
Oh, wow.
Totally different role, based on a true story. It's written by the guy who actually went through it, and it's directed by Rob Reiner, and there's a lot of totally different, completely night and day change, but that's what I was looking for.
In terms of Being Charlie, I mean that was a huge acting task, especially for from what you've done. That's like a big, as an adult actor, that's a totally real. So it was like, I mean, I'm an actor myself, so, and I always actually find it hard though when you're like streamlined this way, and then it's like, so how did you prepare yourself in terms of streamlining? Just like, my brain is in this comedy place, this action place, and now I've got to go into this much more serious place.
Yeah, I guess streamlining is my big way to put it. You take out the stuff you don't need, and I guess well, it was really helpful to have the writer who was there the whole time, so he was really able to walk me through kind of what he was thinking at the very particular times and what he was going through. And yeah, it was challenging. There's a lot of different elements to it, and you can't check your comedy brand at the door. There's actually some stand-up elements and things.
Right.
But, it was a welcome challenge.
Nick, as we're here at New York Comic Con 2015, are you a big superhero fan? And if there's one superhero you would like to play, who would it be?
Maybe Iron Man, just because he got a badass suit. That'd be fun.
Star-Lord?
Well, okay, yeah, I don't want to take that from that's Chris. I'd probably say Iron Man. It's my first time at Comic Con, and I've seen a lot of the films, and I think Marvel's killing it right now.
So young Tony Stark.
Young Tony Stark would not be a bad life to live.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you want to be in it or do you